Jimmy Garoppolo of the San Francisco 49ers.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers.
These sounds for the rest of my life.
Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The former second-round pick back in 2014, Jimmy Garoppolo trotting into place, looking to guide this San Francisco 49er offense.
And there he is, the man known as Jimmy G, Jimmy Garoppolo, who I thought had a really nice year in 2019. So close to culminating with a Super Bowl title. Accurate with the football, completed nearly 70% of his passes, which was fourth best in the NFL. Nearly 4,000 yards through the air with a team that runs the ball with great efficiency. 27 touchdowns, but in the Super Bowl, didn't quite make the plays they needed down the stretch. But remember, some big wins last year. At New Orleans, at Seattle in Week 17, 2 playoff wins. He's continuing to develop as one of the better ascending players in the league.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. He's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
On second and 11 now. Garoppolo, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. He's tackled a yard short of the marker.
Hey, baby. Sorry. Damn, that was the earliest that this dude had was January 14th. Fuck, over a month. That's crazy. Work's been okay. I turned in 2 more packets in today to HR, so I've just been busy. And Frank's not here, and then the other girl's not here. It's just me and Fernie, so we're getting bombarded right now with different questions from all the providers and stuff, because usually they ask Frank, but since Frank's not here, like, they're delegating it to me now, so like I'm helping out too. So I just been literally on my headset all freaking day, all freaking morning, babe. It's insane.
Good gain of 9 on first down. The Packer fans, and not to mention members of this defense, likely hoping to forget what Mostert did to Green Bay in the NFC title game last year. 29 carries, 220 yards, and an NFL postseason record tying 4 touchdown runs.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger, to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In some ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Deebo Samuel, 29 yards. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
I believe that this lady just started and she's already like.
And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. And Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
A lot of people thought the Packers might struggle a bit in 2019, but that was not the case. 13 wins, a trip to the NFC Championship game, and they were led by their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, who led their team to a Super Bowl title after the 2010 season. And many thought that was the first of what would be many more. So precise with the football. 26 touchdown passes last year and just 4 interceptions. He knows how to get it downfield and still take care of it as well.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 2.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards to pick up, 1st down. For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago. And that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert. Boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards to pick up, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Packers nothing.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And a tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
28-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man open. It's It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, 28 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive 7 plays in length. And the result, a Green Bay score.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
35-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A reminder that when half halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Come on, baby, we got to do it.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
They held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown.
For Green Bay.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Richie James on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The attention shifts back to Jimmy Garoppolo and the NFC champs.
First down, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Garoppolo on first down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Got the connection here to Bourne. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Please take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Devontae Adams in the Packer offense heading back out, and he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day.
And it appears that he loved the fact that they're going to play this game earlier. You know, daytime, he's out there running around, feeling good about himself. Whatever his prep was coming in, he was able to get out there quick and fire away.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And this is caught at the 8. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. It's Devontae Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Now Crosby for the point after. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Lines up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, an even 90 yards. And the 49ers have retaken the lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
And that one gives them a 3-point lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Got it, baby. Got it. Takes over first and 10. Their own 24-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Down and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. And Adams has it complete.
And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer 1st. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Rodgers now on 1st down. And his pass incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. To throw again, Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually, but first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard.
And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. On play action, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Garoppolo and the Niners now. Down by 5. Just under 2 minutes to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
He was looking for Raheem Mostert there. It's 3rd down. Now Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. Boy, going for it at this stage in the 2nd half, back in the shadow of your own goalpost. Explanation, please, Mr. Davis.
I'm not sure I'm going to give you a great one, but here's a thought that I had. I wonder if maybe instead of going for it with your offense and announcing your intentions, that maybe you run out your special teams and fake it. Because even though teams say, hey, we plan for the fake all the time, I know from experience, you look at the situation, there's no way they're going to fake it here. And they probably had a better chance if they tried it that way.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Mason Crosby, the kickoff for Green Bay.
And the 49er hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 90.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Will Redmond. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 14.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. On play action, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came